Here's how the Easter sunrise service began. The first known Easter sunrise service was in 1909 on Mount Rubidoux. And it was Frank Miller from the Mission Inn and others who got together and said, on Easter morning, as the sun rises, we will rejoice. Okay? And we'll all get on the hill, perched on the hill, so you can see the sun from afar, because you're elevated above the town below. So this is 1909. Nellie gets to Palm Springs in 1909. So shortly after that, 1917, she decides that we should probably have a hillside Easter sunrise service too. Now the back of her house, back of her property, was just a hillside. There was no O'Donnell house in 1917. It was just a hill. In fact, it was very little in 1917. So the group that lived here would get up on the hill, and they buried a big tall white cross, and people all would surround it, and they would sing and rejoice at the opening of Easter Sunday. And the choir that sang came out of Beaumont, because again, in 1917, we're a very small enclave, dare I say, hamlet of people. You put everyone on the hill and you sing a song, you barely hear it. And they would bring out 65, 70 people singing a cappella, and they'd line the hill and they just belt it out and rejoice. Traditionally, the way they'd start it out is the sun would come up, they would start blowing trumpets to announce, to celebrate the arrival of the day and the resurrection. So this continues for years, and every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, as we elevated in stature, the socialites, the blue bloods, the industrialists, the capitalists, the wealthy would come here, and they would enjoy their time here in Palm Springs. And when they were here, they would stay so they could see the Easter sunrise service. It starts on Easter Sunday this year for the 100th celebration. And this year, Messianic Jews are going to come out with the shofar, and they're going to blow the big horns as opposed to the trumpets, and it's going to have choirs and songs and celebrations. I mean, it's going to be, I think, probably one of the better ones that's happened over the years, and again, it's 100 years strong.